That will never work. That will never work. That's what my grandpa told me when I told him that I was going to start a pizza restaurant when I was 22 years old. Maybe that resonates with you. Has anyone ever told you that's impossible? Has anyone ever said that will never work, or you can't do that? I've had that happen to me. When I was 22 years old, I got the great idea that I was going to start a pizza restaurant. I was going to open a pizza restaurant with no experience, no money, and no real clear idea of how it was going to work, except that I believed it would. I had seen a similar concept. I'd spent time studying how they made the pizza, how many workers they had there, where they were getting deliveries. And I thought, well, I could do this. And so I started moving in that direction. And I sat down with my grandpa to explain to him this great big idea, the dream that I had. I was going to start this business. It was going to be the most profitable pizza shop in the world. It was going to make me a ton of money. I was all full of excitement. So I shared with him my idea. And after telling him about my idea, he looked at me, he kind of shook his head a little bit, and he said, "Alan, that will never work." Well, my first thought was, he must not have understood the idea. So I re-explained it. I went all through how we were going to make money, why we were different, how this was going to work. And I was certain that by the end of my explanation, he would be totally bought into the idea, just like I was. Well, I was surprised. He wasn't totally bought in. In fact, he said, "Alan, that will never work." And then he said, "If you want success in this life, you sell drugs, sex, or religion." And I thought, well, I guess I'm just not ever going to be successful because I'm not going to sell drugs, sex, or religion. Now, looking back, after 20-something years of entrepreneurial experience, my grandpa was probably right. It never should have worked. I didn't have any experience. Okay, I had 6 months worth of working at Subway experience, which I thought at the time meant that I knew everything there was to know about starting and running a restaurant. I had no construction experience. I had no development experience. I didn't know how to negotiate a commercial lease. I didn't know how to find food suppliers. I'd never hired somebody in my entire life. What did I possibly know about running a business? I'm sure my grandpa was looking at me at that time and seeing all of these things. And that's why he said, "Alan, that will never work." Where is someone telling you that it will never work? Maybe you have a goal to lose weight and people around you are telling you that it's impossible, that because of your genetics or because of an injury or whatever the thing is, that just isn't possible for you. Maybe you have a dream to pursue a different career and you're stuck wondering if it's possible for you to make that leap or make that change. Maybe you want to start your own business like I did, and that seems really scary. Here's the one thing that I had going for me when my grandpa told me, "Alan, that will never work," is that I didn't believe it. It was impossible for me to conceive that this idea wouldn't work. And so with all the enthusiasm in the world, I went to work to make my dream work. And guess what? It did. The restaurant opened and was an incredible success from day one. And over the next 5 years, we opened 4 more. I went from no restaurants to 5 restaurants in 5 years and doing about $5 million in sales. And that was primarily because I believed in myself. So there's 3 things that I would like for you to know when faced with opposition. The first one is believe in yourself. You have the capacity, the power, the ability to do and to achieve anything that you set your mind to. If at 22 years old, with no restaurant experience, I could create a business that eventually was doing $5 million a year, anybody can do it. I didn't possess at the time any special skill, talent, ability. I didn't have the money to do it, but I figured out how to make it work primarily because I believed in myself. So trust in your abilities and trust in that voice of inspiration. When an idea hits you that just persists, that is inviting you to try something new, to be something different, believe in that voice of inspiration. The Wright brothers had to do that. When they set out to develop, to build, to create the first powered flying machine that we now know as an airplane, nobody believed it was possible. They were considered lunatics. They were called crazy by the friends and neighbors. They were told to give up and just go back to work in their bicycle shop because that's where they were going to be successful, is just doing their 9-to-5 job. The Wright brothers said, if we worked on the assumption that what is accepted as true really is true, then there would be little hope for advance. And that's true in your life as well. What are the things that you're accepting as truth that maybe really aren't true? They're just part of a story you're telling yourself. Believe in yourself. The same year that the Wright brothers were first able to fly, the New York Times printed an article that said it would be 1 to 10 million years before man could do the same thing. Before man could fly, it would be 1 million to 10 million years. The Wright brothers were 1 to 10 million years ahead of everyone else in the world. They believed in their vision, and they went to work to make it happen. And it didn't matter to them who didn't believe that it was possible. So believe in yourself. The second thing is setting realistic, attainable goals that are a small enough bite size so that you can realize success very quickly. So break down that giant goal into very simple, specific, measurable goals. I have a goal to lose 43 pounds. Now, trying to do that all in one day would be impossible. And so what did I do? I set very small goals. My first goal was just to drive to the gym every morning. If I knew that if I could get up, drive my truck to the gym, that once I got to the gym, I would probably walk inside. Once I walked inside, I would probably do some sort of exercise. And if I could just do that day after day after day, that I could have success. So that's what I started doing. I haven't been 100% successful, but most of the time I have been. And there are a lot of days that I don't want to go and work out. Guess what? I still get up and drive to the gym. That's still my goal. And that way I can check off in my mind, hey, I was successful today. I achieved something that I set out to do. And it helps me to change my identity of who I am. I'm re-identifying as someone who goes to the gym. And that's what I want to be. Now, Amelia Earhart was someone who was told it was impossible for a woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. I love what she said when faced with this difficult task. She said, the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. So make the decision to act. Set small, achievable goals, and then go after your big dreams. You're capable of achieving them. And the last thing is this. You might be with the wrong group of friends. If everyone is telling you that it's not possible for you to achieve your dreams, for you to realize your vision, you need to find some people that believe in you. You need to find some people that are accustomed to winning, that are accustomed to achieving big things, and who aren't afraid of trying. Surround yourself with people who dream as big as you do. Surround yourself with people that are doing the kinds of things that scare you. And guess what? You'll find out that you start doing the kinds of things that used to scare you. And you'll find success in that way. You will probably always have someone who will say, that will never work. Now, when you actually do make it work, there's such a great feeling. Now, I'm very lucky in the fact that my grandfather, even though he didn't believe in the vision that we had, he was still supportive. After he saw that I was going to work, after we'd opened the first restaurant and started doing the second one, guess who was there right next to me, helping to throw up the walls, to dig the trenches for the plumbing, to build the tables? We did all that ourselves. We built the thing from the ground up. I built all the tables and chairs, and my grandpa was right there with me to help out. I don't know if he ever really fully converted to the full vision, but what I do know is once he realized that I wasn't going to quit, he was willing to help. And I think that you'll find that will be true also, that as you commit to your dreams, to your visions, to your goals, you'll find support. People want to be with people who are winning. People want to be with people who are doing things, who are believing, who are moving forward. That is momentum. That is enthusiasm. And both of those things attract people because I think everyone, there's some piece of us that knows that we're capable of doing more, of achieving more, of becoming more. And that's also true for you. So here's the takeaways from today. Don't be afraid to dream. Believe in your ability to achieve great things, to accomplish the dreams that you have in your mind. Grab on to that voice of inspiration, that enthusiasm that invites you to do more, to become more, to achieve more, to take the leap. Believe in that. Believe in yourself and your ability to do that. And then set really small, achievable goals. And then surround yourself with people that believe in you and believe in your vision. When you do that, you'll experience hope, happiness, prosperity, and purpose. I am confident in your ability to find plain success from whatever that means to you. At that time in my life, creating a restaurant was success. Now, that's not something I want to do again, and now I'm out doing other things. But believing in myself, taking action towards realizing my dreams, and then surrounding myself with people that believed in me helped me to experience the power of realizing a dream. As you dream, as you believe in your dreams, as you take action and surround yourself with people that are going in the same direction, your life will expand. Your happiness will increase, your prosperity will grow. That doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, but the journey is going to be worth it. So remember these little things. Believe in yourself. Take small action towards big dreams. And surround yourself with other people who are dreamers and doers. Enjoy Plain Success. This is Alan Underwood with the Plain Success Podcast.